The War Lodge Classic Invitational here from Sequoia High School. I'm Chase Schaefer. Thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. Our first game on tap this morning is the girls varsity matchup between Sequoia and North Gwinnett. As we get ready to get into starting lineups, I want to remind you 5 more games after this one today on tap for the War Lodge Classic Invitational. And we will be bringing all of those games to you live here on Chiefs TV, at least all the games played in the War Lodge. And those games will be the first one here, North Gwinnett versus Sequoia. And then at noon, we'll be bringing you Cherokee versus Sprayberry. That's a boys game. Grovetown and Etowah will be taking place right after that. That's a girls varsity game. And then at 4 p.m., we'll get the hosting Sequoia Chiefs taking on the visiting Cass Colonels in a boys matchup. And then at 6 p.m., Cherokee girls will take on Decula. And then our nightcap will be Berkmar versus Centennial. So we want to thank everyone for joining us here on Chiefs TV as we're getting ready to get underway. It looks like both teams about to kick off starting lineups. If you joined us last night, you caught 3 games as West Forsyth fell to North Paulding in the early afternoon game at 4 o'clock. And then the middle game was the Sequoia boys knocking off North Paulding by a score of 70-61. And then our nightcap was the Marietta girls varsity team taking down the Mundy's Mill Tigers by a score of 67-30. And we're going to go ahead and throw it down to the starting lineups. So the starting lineup for North Gwinnett looks like this. Taylor Pinelli, number 5. Ava Watson, number 15. Brianna Barley, number 21. Kiara Simpson, number 23. And Marissa Miller, number 25. Opposite them for the Sequoia Lady Chiefs is going to be number 13, Aaron Jackson. Number 23, the freshman, Sailor Davies. Number 25, the tall sophomore, Ellie Blatchford. And number 32, Susanna Rogers. And then rounding out the 5th and final starter will be number 45, Tafton Barber. As we get set to get underway, North Gwinnett going to go ahead and take the ball first, as the COVID rules have kept us from having an actual tip-off. So we'll just go ahead and inbound the ball and get underway here from the War Lodge at Sequoia High School for the War Lodge Classic Invitational. And the first game's underway. Taking the ball up is Simpson for North Gwinnett. Now she sends this one over to Pinelli. Pinelli sends it back. That one's tipped, but it's in the paint, and we're going to get a hold. Not even 15 seconds into the game. It looks like Blatchford's going to pick up her first foul. Simpson going to inbound the ball over to Watson. Watson dishes this one back up to the top. 3-pointer by Pinelli, and she drills that one. And North Gwinnett going to kick the scoring off here with 7:36 left to go in the opening quarter of play. Look inside to Barber, the freshman, but it's a turnover. Here comes North Gwinnett with Barley bringing the ball up the court. She'll circle back at the 3-point line, leave that one for Simpson. Simpson over to Pinelli, who looks at another one. That one's a little bit long. And the rebound goes to Sequoia. Here comes Blatchford all by herself, as she's surrounded by some Bulldogs. And that mid-range jumper knocked down for Sequoia by Susanna Rogers. So 3-2, North Gwinnett on top of Sequoia. 7:02 left to go in the first quarter. Slow and methodical dribble up the court. Simpson dishes that one over to Barley. Barley gives it back. Simpson gets it back on the opposite wing. Now Barley has it down in the corner. This one back over to Watson, and Watson loses the ball, and here comes Sequoia going in for the layup. No good, as that one goes off the rim. Rebound still up in the air, taken by North Gwinnett. Pushed forward for Miller, and Miller is fouled. So she'll get the basketball back under the rim. 6:38 left to go. Still first quarter, 3-2. North Gwinnett on top of Sequoia. The Sequoia girls team had a murderous start to the season as far as schedule is concerned. Taking on Cherokee and Woodstock, both turnover taken by Sequoia. Slowing it down is Davies. Blatchford takes a look at a three, and she just misses on that one as it rolls around the rim and pops out. Now here comes North Gwinnett. Simpson takes it all the way down to the corner. Now dishes this one back to the top. Blatchford whiffs on the steal attempt. Good look at a three-pointer there, and that one's a little short on the three by Simpson. And this one will go back Sequoia's way. 6:14 left to go in the first. Still 3-2 North Gwinnett. Long cross-court pass to Rogers from Blatchford. Blatchford, open look at a three, and that one's long and no good. After Davies pulled the trigger on one. Turnover now, Blatchford's got it. She's got two to beat, and she runs in to Miller and loses the basketball. Pushed ahead for Simpson. Simpson fires this one down into the corner. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound taken by Davies. She gets this one ahead to Blatchford. Blatchford crossover dribble, splits the defense, gives this one over to Jackson, and that one goes in. Sequoia takes the lead with 5:37 left to go, 4-3. Off the layup to Sequoia's veteran Aaron Jackson, the junior. And a travel gets called on North Gwinnett's Ava Watson, so Sequoia with a chance to extend that lead here as they get the ball back off the turnover. Rogers going to go ahead and inbound this one to Blatchford. Blatchford, chest-high dribble, taking her time. Barley going to come out to meet her. Pass over to Rogers. Now back to Jackson. Now to Davies in the corner, who gets a good look at a three. Just a no, it falls after the rebound. That one's going to be redirected into the bottom of the basket. 7-3 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first period. As Davies found her range on the three-pointer, now back to the top of the key. Inside look for Miller for North Gwinnett. She gets trapped down at the corner, and she starts ripping at the ball. Moves around, but the ball stolen by Jackson. Jackson pushes this one ahead to Blatchford. Blatchford has that one poked away by Simpson. Correction, Barley. Well, Barley pokes that one out of bounds, so Sequoia going to try again now on the right side of the court. Inbound pass finds Blatchford, setting up the chess pieces. Davies sets the pick, the switch is on. Blatchford now down in the low post. Now back up to the top for Jackson, who just barely gets that one. Shoots one from the free throw line, front of the rim and off. And North Gwinnett takes over. 4:33 left to go, still 7-3 Sequoia. Around the three-point line, now back to Simpson, who gets a good look at a three, a little right, no good. Rebound taken by Tapton Barber, the other freshman for Sequoia. Blatchford tries to go baseline, finds Jackson at the three line. She strokes a three-pointer. 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett, 10-3. Here comes North Gwinnett. Now back up to the top of the key for Barley. Barley now back down into the middle for Pinelli, and Pinelli lays that one up, no good. Rebound taken by Jackson. She'll dish that one over to Blatchford. Blatchford crossover dribble, now spin move in the key, and they're going to say she walked. And a whole new crop of players coming in for both sides. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the opening tilt of this girls' bout here on a perfect Saturday morning. A little brisk outside, but no matter, we're indoors where the action is heating up between North Gwinnett and Sequoia. Sequoia still on top, though, 10-3 with 3 minutes and 37 seconds left to go in the first. This ball finds its way over to Morris. Now Morris gets it back from the top of the key. Barley has it at the top. Morris looks to take the three-pointer, but she walked on the head fake. So Mary Beth Morris going to get called for a travel, and this one will go back over to Sequoia. Ball inbounded by Eden. Drive inside, thrown off the backboard. And no good. Morris has it at the wing, now back up to the top. Swung back around, now Morris in the corner, gets a look at a three. It's contested, but she knocks it down. And that'll pull North Gwinnett within 4 points with 3 minutes left to go in the first. Your score, Sequoia 10, North Gwinnett 6. Inside drive not there. Got to dish it out to the three-point line. Cutting to the basket was DeMauro, but nobody gives it to her. Jackson at the top of the key setting the pick. Now she's going to cut down into the inside of the key. Handoff, long two-pointer, goes off the back of the rim. And the rebound's taken by North Gwinnett. Nice drive to the basket there, but the layup's no good by Brianna Barley. And Sequoia going to get this one back after the foul on number 10 for North Gwinnett. That's Mary Beth Morris. Morris, the player for North Gwinnett that just drilled that three moments ago. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter of the game. 10-6 Sequoia leads. Blatchford going to take her time, letting the offense get set up. Offense stationary, nobody moving. Now they go as she crosses the gray line over the logo. Going to cut back to the right side. Now dishes this one back out to the top of the key. Inside look, not there. DeMauro gives it back to Blatchford, who mishandles the ball, and that one's going to go out of bounds, but she saves it. Nice pickup by Davies, but Davies turns it over, trying to find Barber in the paint. And Simpson going to go ahead and lay that one up in correction. Barley going to go ahead and put that one in for North Gwinnett. A 2-point game, 2 minutes left to go in the first. 10-8 Sequoia. North Gwinnett on a 5-0 scoring run right now. 1:53 left to go. Inside pass to Barber. Barber backs down her man, and they're going to call a shooting foul on Barley. So the freshman Tafton Barber headed to the free throw line for the Sequoia Lady Chiefs. Second team foul of the game for North Gwinnett, so 2 apiece for each. And Barber fixing to shoot 2 after she was fouled on the putback attempt. First one's up, and that one finds the bottom of the basket. Sequoia by 3. Jackson checking back into the game for the Chiefs as Bella Eden's going to go ahead and sit down. So a wardrobe discussion here delays the second free throw. That one's up and good. Some sort of issue with the hairband that North Gwinnett was wearing. They've adjusted that, and Sequoia takes a 4-point lead after Tafton Barber's 2 free throws. Pass mishandled at the top, almost looking at an over and back. The trap was on. Morris has this one at the top. She's looking to drive to the paint. Not there. Good look at a 3. That one's going to be off and to the left, though, on the shot attempt by Ashton Maxwell. Stolen and put back in by North Gwinnett. So still a 2-point game. 1:20 left to go in the first quarter. Jackson now over to Blatchford. Blatchford trying to drive the paint as the defense collapse on her. So it looks like they're going to get number 23 for North Gwinnett. Kiara Simpson, the senior, on a pushing foul. So Blatchford getting inbound the ball for the Lady Chiefs under the hoop. Rogers out to the wing. She gets a good look at one and knocks that one down and pushes the Chiefs lead to 5. 1:10 left to go in the first period. 15-10, Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. Here comes Simpson carrying the ball down the court. She dishes this one over. Now Morris has this one at the top. Defense all over her. That's Blatchford on the defense. Inside look, gets trapped and stolen by Susanna Rogers. This one pushed ahead for Jackson, but that one poked away and another turnover. Blatchford got to get back on defense for the Chiefs. As dribbling this one up is going to be Ava Watson. Now this one finds its way down into the corner. Jackson all over the defense. Morris with a wide open look for 3. That one's going to be short and will go out of bounds and be Chiefs basketball with 33 seconds left to go in the first. So a little bit of a back and forth here in the first quarter. As we're under the last 30 seconds to go, Davies going to go baseline, pulls up and shoots the jumper off the side of the rim, no good. 25 seconds left to go. Morris going to lead the troops down the floor. She checks up, gives this one back over to Simpson, who launches a 3-pointer. That one no good. Rebound by Jackson, 15 seconds left. Sequoia looking to hold for the last shot. No, Blatchford's going to take it down deep in the paint. She gets fouled, and Blatchford's going to go to the line with 9 seconds left to go in the first period. So Sequoia with a chance to extend that lead to 7. Blatchford with the practice shot with no ball. A couple of dribbles. Now she puts that one up and in. Madison Brown going to check in for Tafton Barber. And the second one by Blatchford is good. So 17-10, Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. 6 seconds left. North Gwinnett taking their time coming up the court. Got to get a shot off here with no time left. That one's knocked away by Davies. Excellent defense there by Sequoia to close out the first quarter. And that'll do it after one, where your score is the Sequoia Lady Chiefs on top of the North Gwinnett Bulldogs by a score of 17-10. I want to thank everyone for joining us here, as this one's been a little bit of a back and forth. Chiefs extending a lead at the moment, but North Gwinnett hot on their heels thanks to some red-hot three-point shooting. A couple of points courtesy of Mary Beth Morris. 2 points apiece for 20 and 21, which would be Nicole Morty and Brianna Barley. Morty on the putback off the steal that brought it back to within 2. Looking over at the other side of the board for the Chiefs, number 13, Aaron Jackson with 5. Number 23, Sailor Davies with that lights out three-pointer that bounced off the rim and went in. Number 25, Ellie Blatchford's got 2. And number 32, Susanna Rogers with 5 as we come back out to start the second quarter. Blatchford crossover dribble, drives the lane, leaves that one for Barber. Nice pass, and Barber taps in the gimme. 7:45 left to go. Less than 15 seconds in, and Sequoia staring down a double-digit lead. North Gwinnett, this pass goes over to the far side for Barley. Barley has the ball stolen from her by Blatchford. Blatchford all by herself, and an easy layup pushes the lead to 11 for the Chiefs with 7:30 left to go. Sequoia leading 21-10. Morris has it at the top, now gives that one over to Barley. Now Simpson's got this one at the wing. Now back down inside for Miller. Miller looking to make a shot, nothing happening there. Now Miller trying to press for the Chiefs. And the slip and fall by Rogers forces Coach Yarborough to take a timeout. So with 7:04 left to go in the second period, Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett by a score of 21-10. So we're going to talk strategy for just a few minutes. I want to remind everybody that after this game, the way we're going to work it on Chiefs TV today is we are going to close out after each game. So after this game, we'll close out. You'll have to back out, go back into chiefstv.org, and we'll start another video live stream for the next game, rather than a continuous broadcast throughout the entirety of the day, as this one's inbounded back into Blatchford. Blatchford going to go to her right. Left-handed dribble for Blatchford. Jackson fakes the pick and moves inside, not there. Rogers pump fakes the pass. Now she'll come back to the top of the key. Jackson gets it at the opposite wing after she goes around the world. Sequoia looking to get inside. North Gwinnett playing zone defense here, or a zone variation. Nice inside pass for Blatchford by Rogers. Nice assist there by Rogers to put the Chiefs up 13. 6 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the half. And Sequoia walking away with this one, creating some distance with three-point look, though, for North Gwinnett. Finds Pater, and that's number 12, Neva Drain, and she drains that one to make it a 10-point ball game. Blatchford at the near side corner. That one knocked away from Jackson. Gonna have to dive for the ball and go back is Blatchford. Opposite gray line, Rogers has the basketball. Here comes Rogers, now kicks it over to Blatchford. Blatchford inside back to Rogers, puts the dribble down now over to Barber, but that one gonna be poked away by Barley, but it'll stay Sequoia basketball here with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the half. Still a 23-13 score. Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. Blatchford all by herself beyond the three-point line. Now she picks up a defender. Now back over to Rogers, who fires a deep three. That one no good. Blatchford unable to get the rebound, and it's picked up by Drain. Drain leads the charge up the floor, now finds Barley in the corner, who gives it back to Drain. Miller shoots one from the free throw line, and that one bounces and goes in. And North Gwinnett back to within 8. Rogers with the metronome dribble. crosses the logo, kicks it over to Blatchford. Blatchford looking inside. Here comes the trap. And it looks like they picked up Jackson with a foul inside the key, so that'll be an offensive foul and a turnover for the Chiefs. 5:21 left to go in the half. North Gwinnett ball. Brianna Barley, the senior, going to inbound this one as it is picked up by Maya Hubbard. Hubbard gives it back, though. Trap at half court over by the gray line, and that one's poked away, but it'll stay North Gwinnett basketball. And coming in for the Chiefs is going to be number 35, the freshman Addison Gorley. Hubbard sends this one back over to Watson, now gets it back. Hubbard fakes to the other side, going to try and drive, now just kicks it back out. And a three-pointer by Drain goes off the back of the rim. Nobody there to get the rebound for the Chiefs. Hubbard picks up the rebound. The shortest player on the floor goes and gets an offensive rebound. No boxing out by the Chiefs. Now they get that defensive rebound. Good job fighting for that offensive rebound by Hubbard. Rogers dribbles around her, sends this one over to Davies. Davies fires one up, and that one doesn't even hit the rim as it goes way over. Breakaway opportunity for North Gwinnett. And we're going to get a blocking foul and one. So going to the line for the three-point play attempt is going to be Brianna Barley. They're going to say Rogers didn't have her feet set. And North Gwinnett reeling the Lady Chiefs back in. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. As Davies going to go ahead and take a seat. The and one attempt, no good. Rebound by Barber. Leaves that one for Blatchford. Blatchford picks up her dribble, gives this one back over to Rogers. Rogers trying to work around the pick. Blatchford now looking inside, going to step back. Defense collapses on her. Rogers now all the way across the floor to DeMauro. Inside look, no good, but Barber's fouled on the put-up attempt. And they're going to get number 25, Marissa Miller for North Gwinnett. First one good for Barber. She's 3 for 3 so far on free throws for tonight. Big part of basketball is you have to make the freebies that they give you. And Barber misses the second, so 3 for 4, still shooting 75% from the stripe. 4 minutes left to go. 24-17 Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. Trap coming at the top. Hubbard dribbles around, looks to go into the lane, nobody there. And Barley with a three-point look, no good. And that one's going to sail out of bounds and will be Sequoia basketball with 3:51 left to go in the half. Fans stick around at halftime. We have Cam Carden coming up to join us for a few minutes at the conclusion of the first half of play. Deep three-point look for Sequoia, knocks it down. I believe that was Blatchford that knocked that one down from a mile away. Trap, and they're going to get Sequoia on a foul. I believe they're going to pick up Rogers on that one. 27-17, Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. Inbound pass taken by Simpson. Simpson over to Barley. Barley left-handed dribble looking to trap is DeMauro. Now back over to Simpson. Simpson drives the lane, and that one goes over the rim. No good. Picked up by Miller, though. Miller kicks this one back out to Watson. Watson now back inside to Miller. Barber's all over her, and they go down to the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow still in favor of North Gwinnett. So Simpson going to inbound this one for the Bulldogs. All 4 players for North Gwinnett lined up on the near side line. That pass is knocked down by Susanna Rogers and a turnover for the Chiefs. Barber sets the pick for Rogers. Rogers looking inside. Miller's there. no dice on that one, and that pass is deflected, and here comes North Gwinnett again. 2:53 left to go. Simpson driving the lane, and they're going to get a foul. Let's see which chief they charge with it. And they're going to pick up Sophia DeMauro, the junior for Sequoia. So Simpson going to go to the charity stripe for 2. And she knocks down the first one 15 feet straight away, makes it a 9-point ball game. Simpson, 2 dribbles, puts the shot up and drains the second one. 27-19 with 2:50 left to go in the opening half of play here from the War Lodge Classic Invitational. Blatchford has it on the wing. Here comes the double team. Now one kicks away. Inside look to Blatchford. Blatchford fires a 3. That one drains, and Sequoia goes up 30-19 with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Simpson and Drain fires a 3-pointer of her own. That one no good. Rebound by Blatchford. Blatchford going to slow this one down after she gets to the other side. Leaves it for Davies, who's unguarded and drains a 3-pointer. Sailor Davies. The freshman knocking some 3-pointers down, 33-19. Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. 2 minutes to go in the half. And unable to save that one is Blatchford as she runs into the scorer's table. North Gwinnett basketball. Simpson carries this one over the logo, now passes it at the gray line to Drain. Drain reads the defense. Nice shot attempt there by North Gwinnett. That was Watson who fired that one from the free throw line, unable to sink it though. 1:40 left to go. Blatchford goes coast to coast, and they're going to say she traveled on that one. Tried to do a little too much fancy footwork and turns the ball over. Checking in for North Gwinnett going to be Ashton Maxwell. She's going to give Ava Watson a break. Nice look inside, but poked away by Blatchford. Taken by the Chiefs. Rogers has this one, taking her time. Davies fakes the screen. Nice pass inside, but Davies can't finish. Back out to the top of the key to Rogers. Davies looks at the 3, fakes it. Now she's going to drive the lane, and she gets the ball knocked out of her hands. Another 3-pointer attempt for the Chiefs, no good. Not even close. Putback attempt by Blatchford, no good. And finally, a defensive rebound for North Gwinnett. Under a minute to go. 33-19 left to go in the half. Blatchford all over Simpson, but she gets too much of her, and she's going to be fouled. And that's Blatchford's second. Checking in for North Gwinnett, it's going to be Taylor Pinelli. And she will give Neva Drain a rest. Simpson over to the corner for Pinelli. Pinelli inside look, shoots that one from the H, rolls off the side of the rim. Miller all over Rogers. 38 seconds left to go. 3-pointer for the Chiefs, knocked down by Bella Eden. 36-19 Sequoia. And this one's starting to get a little out of hand. The shot attempt blocked. Simpson tried to get one off, couldn't get it. Susanna Rogers holds it for the Chiefs. 15 seconds left to go. Drives inside the lane, but runs right into Barley. A little hand fighting going on there. The ref's going to let him play. Crossover by Eden. Now leaves that one for Rogers, who fires a deep 3. And that one's going to whiff. As time expires on the opening half of play here from Sequoia High School at the War Lodge Invitational Classic, where your score is Sequoia 36, North Gwinnett 19. Sequoia has really controlled the game so far, and some excellent passing, some nice pick and roll plays, and of course some deep 3-pointers that have fallen for the Chiefs. So before we take a short break, we've got a halftime guest coming up to join us. That's Cam Carden. He's going to sit down and have a conversation with us here about the opening half of that Sequoia Chiefs game. Looking at the scoreboard right now, Blatchford has 9. Davies has those 2 3-pointers for 6 points. Beg your pardon. Susanna Rogers with 5. And a nice 3-pointer drained by Bella Eden. So joining us in the booth here is Cam Carden. I want to thank you for stopping by and saying hey to us. Let's get you a headset and a microphone here. As we're wrapped up on the mixer. Headset and microphone. Cam,
thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So a good first half for the girls.
Yeah, I told Coach Yarbrough down there when you make shots, make threes, it covers up a lot of the mistakes that you made.
Defense seems to be doing a pretty good job in the opening half, keeping up the pressure, especially beyond the arc for the
Correct.
North Gwinnett.
Yeah, when they spread the floor out a little bit and they call some turnovers, and when you get some stills and some out. Get on the break, you can get some wide open transition threes, so it kind of helps us, and especially when you see one go in, the second, third, fourth, fifth, and they start flowing. And I think they were 7 of 13 from 3 in the first half, so it was a good start for them.
Well, Coach, once again, the girls, I mentioned earlier on the broadcast, the girls had a really tough start to the season, had to play Cherokee and Woodstock, both of whom are ranked, depending on which poll you look at, and very good teams, but it looks like they're starting to find their rhythm here in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that region, our region we're in, with Creekview, River Ridge, all these teams, you play all these tough games early. It helps you at the end. You kind of get battle tested, and then when it gets close to, we call it winning time, and towards the end of the season, and when you're clicking on all cylinders, that's when all the all the success and trials and tribulations kind of all come together. But for them, they've had, girls being quarantined. Now we're missing, I think, 3 or 4 girls now, but it shows that. The girls have been putting work in all year, stepping up and knocking some shots down and, building a big lead.
Yeah, a big lead indeed. What are we leading by, 17 at the moment?
Yep.
So a good job there by the Sequoia girls getting things going here in our opening game for the War Lodge Classic Invitational. Coach, tell us a little bit more about your role with the program. How long have you been with the team? And
well, this is my 5th year here. I took off last year. I have a year and a half old. Actually, today he's a year and a half. So I took a year off of coaching just to be with him and kind of be daddy for a year, and now I'm daddy and coach. And so it's just being there, help with skill development, being extra set of eyes from my dad, and then all the other all the other coaches on the JV and freshman, Coach Mosley and Coach Veeman. So just giving some extra input, and for. My dad always say I'm the younger input, because sometimes he's so old school. Sometimes I like, listen, let's try to break it down this way instead of that way.
the younger input.
Yeah.
I want to ask everybody this who I talked to. I asked Coach Ryan this as well. What is it about the Sequoia program that made you want to coach here?
Well, I guess the obvious one is my dad was here, so he was here, and then just the atmosphere, the support around the program. This goes across all sports. It's not just basketball, but you see the support out there in football season and across every sport we have here. And you have all, just to put on something like this, the community and the parents and, all the way down the junior programs, they all come out and help and, to put this together. Because where I went to high school and my dad coached, we didn't have this luxury. We had to do it all ourselves. Our players had to do the scorekeeping. They had to do the concession stand. So we didn't have this. So it's very important, and we're very fortunate to have this great community and parents.
Yeah, and I think Coach Ryan touched on that, was the community here surrounding Sequoia High School, just how much they get out and support their sports teams, and not just Sequoia High School, but Cherokee County
Correct.
in general
Mm-hmm.
has done a very good job of getting out and supporting their kids. And, one of the things about Cherokee County, this is all homegrown talent.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. you have schools around the state who are pulling in kids from here, there, and everywhere.
Right.
But everybody you see on the floor is from here in Cherokee County, and they've been through the program since they were very small.
Yeah, that's what we love about this. Our guys is, there's no gimmicks. It's straight here from the flat. They grew up here. They played middle school ball here, and we've only had like Aiden Watson is from here. He transferred to Holy Spirit Prep, and then he came back, but he's always been a Sequoia kid, so we've never really had, besides Kyle Keener this year, a legit transfer that's played a major role, and it shows like the dedication these kids in this area across all sports, that we can still compete at the highest level, even though we don't have a bunch of transfers or, the next LeBron James or, in here in Hickory Flat.
That would be very impressive if we had the next LeBron James here in Hickory Flat. So, Coach, last question. We'll finish on this. Excuse me. One of the things I ask everybody, regardless of who I interview, and it's always the last question that I close with. What do you love about your job, and what do you love about coaching? What is it that gets your juices flowing and makes it worth getting up in the morning to get up, put your boots on, and go to work?
Well, as a coach, I'm a teacher, so I think the importance of impacting lives. I'm able to go to work, and I work with special needs children at Tippins Educational Center, so I'm able to impact lives differently there, and then come here to coach, and impact these kids' lives, and see them succeed on and off the court. Not only turn them to a better basketball player, but a better man. Turn them to a good college student, college basketball player, and if we just focus on basketball here, then we're very one-sided. I think it's kind of selfish to just only focus on basketball because we're more than just coaches. We're mentors. We're teachers, and we want to see them be successful in all aspects of their careers.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Fans, we're going to take a short break. We want to thank Coach for stopping up here and saying hey to us and sitting down and talking to us. The girls are coming back out on the floor for the second half, but we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back in about 2 minutes here on Chiefs TV, where your score at halftime is the Lady Chiefs on top of the North Gwinnett Bulldogs by a score of 36-19. I'm Chase Schaefer. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the War Lodge here at Sequoia High School. Getting ready to get the second half of play underway, where the Sequoia Lady Chiefs are on top of the North Gwinnett Lady Bulldogs by a score of 36-19. So far, Sequoia's defense has been able to clamp down on North Gwinnett, not getting good looks, and Sequoia able to find penetration up the middle, complemented by some sharp shooting three-point shooters, has made it the result it currently is, as Sequoia leads by 17. Blatchford has the ball for the Chiefs. Now kicks one back up to Rogers at the top of the key. Once again, want to thank the younger Coach Carden for stopping in and seeing us at halftime, as picking up a foul is Marissa Miller for North Gwinnett, as Blatchford was trying to drive baseline. Rogers got to get this one off. Gets it to Blatchford. As Simpson stumbles, Blatchford launches a three. That one off the front of the rim, picked up by Jackson on the rebound. Jackson throws that one at the backboard, and Miller going to come down with the rebound for North Gwinnett. Blatchford all over her in defense, but finally backs off as Simpson takes the basketball, standing on the face of the logo. Now gives this one down to Barley. Barley has Davies playing soft one-on-one defense. Now going to drive inside, looking to go into the key. Barley throws that one up, no good. Nice pass and catch. Now shoots it back over to the corner for a three-pointer, no good. And on the putback attempt, Simpson is fouled by Barber. So North Gwinnett comes out to start the second half, guns a-blazing, and Simpson going to be rewarded with a trip to the charity stripe with 7:05 left to go in the third quarter. Still trailing 36-19. As Simpson's first shot teases and drops out. So she'll take another crack at it here from 15 feet away. Second one is money, and that'll bring it to a 16-point game. Full court press is now on for North Gwinnett as Davies finally takes it across half court. She's going to drive all the way in, dishes that one to Barber. Barber's got to get out of the key, but Blatchford ends up with it in the corner. Blatchford almost travels, but she gets it up to the top of the arc for Susanna Rogers. Pick set by Davies. And a moving pick, they say, on the Chiefs. We'll turn the ball back over to North Gwinnett. 6:45 left to go in the third. Pass over to Barley. Barley has a good look at a three. No good, though it was a little bit to the left. Back in is Pinelli. Her shot doesn't fall, and Barber's got that one. And Pinelli gets tackled. Correction, Barber gets tackled to the ground, and we've got a player down on the ground for North Gwinnett. So we'll put the camera on Coach Yarbrough for a second while we tend to the injured player. Training staff tending to her. 6:34 left to go in the third. 36-20 ball game. We'll go ahead and run down through our sponsors while we're waiting on word. Oh, she goes ahead and pops back up. That's Marissa Miller being helped off the court by the training staff. Seems to be moving under her own power, and she is. That's good to see. So Marissa Miller going to go ahead and take a quick break. Hopefully we'll see her back on the court sooner rather than later. Simpson slaps the ball. She's ready to get this one underway. Simpson finds a willing participant on the inside. Nice shot fake there and puts up a long two-pointer, but no good by Pinelli. And Sequoia going to take over after the rebound. Blatchford leads the troops up the floor. Fakes to the inside at the top of the key. Barber sets a screen for Blatchford. That one's poked away and out of bounds. It'll stay Sequoia basketball. 6:14 left to go in the third. Still 36-20 Sequoia lead. Nice pass to Davies. Davies going to give it right back to Blatchford after the inbound pass. Looking inside, and that one goes up and in as Blatchford uses the backboard and flexing a little bit as she runs down the court. So 38-20. Sequoia on top by 18. Jackson whiffs on the steal. Now back up to Watson, who gives it over to Barley. Barley back to Watson in the key. That one teases and bounces out. This one, nice pass ahead to Blatchford, catches it in motion. Jackson wide open under the basket, and she lays that one up and in. And Sequoia's doubled up North Gwinnett 40-20 here with 5:35 left to go in the third period of play. Pinelli gets trapped by Rogers and Davies, and she's going to get called for a travel after the tight defense by Sequoia. Blatchford, metronome dribble, finds Davies on the wing. Davies finds Rogers down low. Rogers tries to dribble into the key, lays that one up, no good. Barber on the rebound. And Barber's fouled after she pulls the rebound down, so she'll go to the line to shoot two. Barber shooting 75% this morning, as she's 3 for 4 from the stripe. Make that 3 for 5. Drain checks back in for North Gwinnett. And Barber goes 4 for 6. So Barber been relatively successful from the free throw line tonight, or this morning. Pass around, Barley puts up a short 2 from the free throw line. Rebound by Jackson for Sequoia. Here she comes hard, charging up the court. She'll check up, kick this one over to Rogers. Rogers looking for a hole to drive. Barber sets a pick. Now she finds Blatchford. Blatchford changes direction, is going to go into the key. Now to Jackson. Jackson a long 2, but she knocks it down. 4:40 left to go in the third. Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett, 43-20, as the Lady Chiefs are firing on all cylinders here to start the second half of the game. Three-point attempt by Simpson is perfect, and that one falls. And it looks like we got a timeout called by North Gwinnett. They're going to take a short timeout. So at 4:21 left to go in the third, your score is the Sequoia Chiefs 43, the North Gwinnett Bulldogs 23. Excellent job of moving the ball around. The passing game for the Lady Chiefs has really been what's done it for them, as they're able to get a lot of motion in, and Peyton Barber doing a great job down in the low post, getting rebounds and forcing and drawing fouls. As she's currently looking at, I believe, 6 points. I can't see her up on the board. They don't have her up there. So 4:21 left to go, 43-23 after the timeout. North Gwinnett drained the 3, so Sequoia going to start with the basketball here after the break. Press is on, but Sequoia easily breaks it. Inside pass. Now kicks this one back out to the wing. Jackson takes it at the top of the key, pull-up jumper, no good. Taken on the rebound by North Gwinnett, but this one's stolen back by Sequoia. I believe that's Eden on the steal. She looks to drive into the paint. Not there. DeMauro has it at the wing. Rogers head fake, now drives into the lane. Lays that one up off the backboard, but she draws the foul. So Susanna Rogers is going to make a trip to the free throw line. Foul committed by number 11 on North Gwinnett. That's Ashton Maxwell. Rogers makes the first after a couple ricochets off the rim. Eden back playing prevent for the Chiefs, but it doesn't matter because Rogers drains the free throw. And Sequoia up 45-23 with 3:50 left to go in the third. Morris takes this one at the wing on the near side. Now it makes its way back over to the far side wing for Simpson. Barley, now Morris. Morris can't handle the pass, and that'll be Chiefs ball. Go ahead and thank some sponsors real quick. Our Black Label sponsor, Food Basket Deli, home of the best Phillies in town. Cycle Work Sanitation and Ball Ground, another Black Label sponsor. Barbie Lackey Financial Group, another Black Label sponsor. Beato's Bar and Grill of Hickory Flat, another Black Label sponsor. And our Gold Level sponsor is Buffalo's, where everyone is family. And that's Buffalo's in Riverstone Parkway in Canton. Back to live action as Blatchford taking her time with the metronome dribble on top of the logo. She's going to move slightly to her right. Simpson switches off with Morris onto Blatchford. Now they switch back as Blatchford's on top of the key, pick set. Nice move by Blatchford to drive inside. She dishes that one off, and the block by Simpson turns the ball over, and here comes Drain, but she'll lose the basketball. Blatchford gets the pass, and she lays that one up and in for an easy two. Simpson tried to block the shot, but there was a collision. Good look at a three-pointer, not happening though, as Eden picks up the rebound. After the Watson three-point attempt, trap at half court. Snags up Eden, but that one was last touched by North Gwinnett, so Eden gonna inbound this one to Blatchford. Blatchford trying to set up the offense. Nothing on the first look, and Coach Yarborough wants to talk about it. Up 47-23, so leading by 25 points. Coach wants to take a timeout and discuss things. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the third period. Sequoia on top, 47-23. After this game, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We will reset. We'll reset the YouTube channel for our next broadcast. And our upcoming game after this will be a boys contest between Cherokee and Sprayberry. That should be one to watch because Cherokee's got some guys who do a fantastic job. We've seen them a couple times this year. At least I've seen them a couple times this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing that high-flying offense in action. So remember, at noon, we'll be back for the boys game between Cherokee and Sprayberry. So back to action now as the girls step back in after the short timeout. Blatchford gets the inbound pass. Gonna move to her right. Looks in, not there, dishes it to Eden, who's at the top of the key, gives it right back to Blatchford, cuts to her left, gonna drive the lane, kicks this one out, the shot goes up and off the front of the rim. And Sequoia gonna pick up a foul as Morris was mugged trying to get the rebound. And that is Addison Gorley, the freshman, who gets dinged for the foul. 2:15 left to go in the third. 47-23. And that one goes off a defender, and a big collision between Barley and Blatchford. Stolen ball. Simpson gonna try and look and get this one off, but it's blocked by Blatchford. The trap is on. And the ball goes off North Gwinnett. So full court press instituted for North Gwinnett. 1:56 left to go in the third. Rogers and Davies going to come back on the floor for Sequoia as Eden and DeMauro going to take a break. Inbound pass. Sequoia almost breaks the press, but an errant pass by Blatchford. Simpson looks to put this one up. No good. Barley has this one down in the key, and a turnover taken by the Chiefs. Great defense there by Sequoia as this ball's knocked away. Morris picks it up for North Gwinnett. Blatchford tries to poke this one away. Morris pushes the ball up the court. Now that one knocked away. Picked up by Susanna Rogers. Still full court press, and Blatchford finally gets it across the stripe for Sequoia. She's driving into the lane. Soft defense. Kicks this one back out to the wing. Laid up and in by number 35, Addison Gorley for Sequoia, and that makes it a 49-23 ball game. 1:17 left to go in the third. Simpson pushing the issue, moves that one over to Barley. Watson now to Morris. Morris back to Watson. Three-pointer, that one no good. And the rebound taken by Susanna Rogers. And that one's gonna sail out of bounds after the contact. So some substitutions for both teams. Last 60 seconds of the period. Sequoia up 49-23. Inbound pass to Jackson. She tried to turn around, but Morris is all over her. Morris playing pretty tight defense on Jackson. Now the switch. Davies gets it. Now Barber gives it back to Davies. Davies tries to lay that one up, but it goes off the front of the rim. 47 seconds left to go. And that one's going to sail out of bounds as it's kicked out by Jackson. Inbound pass to Barley, who's all by herself on the wing. She's going to drive the lane, but they're going to get Blatchford on a block. And that'll be her third foul of the morning. And checking in will be Sequoia's number 20, not listed on my roster. Inbound pass back to Hubbard. Maya Hubbard kicks this one over to Barley. Barley sends it back. Pass to Morris. Morris going to change directions. Watson now back over to Barley. A lot of passing around the top of the three-point line. Hubbard looks to go inside, but she walks. And Sequoia going to get the ball back with 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. North Gwinnett still pressing. Davies breaks it though. Morris tried to poke it away. Jackson's got a long two, and she drains that one with 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Now the pass over to Morris. Barley shoots a three-pointer. That one no good, as time's going to expire on the third quarter. Your score here from the War Lodge at Sequoia High School: Sequoia 51, North Gwinnett 23. And Sequoia just missing the 6-point quarter if they'd have scored 2 more points. But Sequoia having an excellent third quarter as they come out of the locker room firing on all cylinders. One of the interesting things about Georgia high school basketball this year is your fouls reset every quarter. So rather than having to carry a bad quarter's worth of fouls throughout the entire half, they reset. Same with the bonus and the double bonus. So Sequoia narrowly missing the 6-minute quarter by 2 points, as they currently lead by 28 here as the host school of the War Lodge Classic Invitational. Once again, reminder, the next game you'll see will be here at noon. And it'll be Chiefs ball to start the last quarter of play. Inbound pass finds Rogers. Rogers taking her time, pick set by Barber. Apparently Barber set the pick a little too hard, and she'll pick up a penalty. So 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. Ball to the top, now back out to Pinelli. Pinelli has it at the wing, nice spin around move right there. And Davies with the steal, she kicks that one in, nice save. Now pushed ahead to Jackson. Jackson puts the dribble down, and that one rolls in for 2. Aaron Jackson puts the Chiefs up by 30 with 7:23 left to go in the ball game. Poked away by Davies. Pinelli recovers though. Now the trap is on between Blatchford and Davies. That one sails over the head of the intended target, but North Gwinnett recovers and turns it right back over to Blatchford, who's in a foot race to the basket, one that she'll win as she lays that one up and in for a 55-23 lead at 7:03 left to go in the game. Coach Yarbrough going to go ahead and take a full timeout. And Coach Yarbrough giving the girls some props after what has been a dominating performance here today in the first game of the War Lodge Classic Invitational on the second day of the tournament. Blatchford sitting with 13 points at the moment. Barber with 6. And Susanna Rogers has 7. It's been an all-around effort by the girls here today at Sequoia, as they are currently ahead by 32 points with 1 left to play. Both teams making their way back out onto the court. Pinelli takes the pass from Barnett. Jackson loses the ball. This one's going to be picked up by Darmo. She kicks this one ahead to Eden. Eden looking in the low post as looks like Sequoia going to go ahead and put some of their younger players in. Eden takes this one back out to the top. Eden going to drive baseline, now back up top to Darmo. Three-pointer for the Chiefs, and that one's sunk by number 30, Madison Brown. Madison Brown fired a heat seeker from inside. Inside look for North Gwinnett goes in. That one scored by number 20, Nicole Morty. And your score with 6 minutes to go, Sequoia 58, North Gwinnett 25. Inside look to Eden is no good. This one's going to be stolen by Pinelli. Pinelli pushes this one ahead to Jackson, who lays that one up and in. 5:43 left to go. 58-27, Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. That one poked away. Now driving into the lane is Gorley. Gorley's shot no good. 5:25 left to go. Pass up ahead to Jackson. Jackson rejected. Nice job by Brown. That would have been Jackson's 6th straight point, and she found that one. And a shot from long range, no good by Sequoia. 5:05 left to go in the fourth. That one thrown up in the air, no good, off the rim. Touch blast by North Gwinnett off the Nicole Morty shot. So 5 minutes left to go in the game. Pushing the ball up the court, Sequoia inside, look, what a pass, but fouled on the shot attempt. And Sequoia gonna shoot two. Number 20 for the Chiefs, I apologize, I don't have her listed on my roster, but she makes her first one. Second one, no good, but that makes it 59-27. 4:40 left. Baseline drive now by North Gwinnett. A little scramble for the ball. Pinelli gets a look at a three. She throws that one up, no good. And we're gonna get a foul on number 22. That's Aaliyah Jackson for North Gwinnett. And North Gwinnett going to go ahead and take the press off here with 4.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, trailing 59-27. Eden gets tied up in the key. Now that one's poked away. Foot race to the basket as that one is laid up and in. No, missed by North Gwinnett. And defensive rebound going to be taken by Sequoia, but we'll get a jump ball right under the basket, so it'll stay North Gwinnett basketball. Inbound pass to the free throw line. That one goes up and in by number 2. For her first basket of the ball game. Nice inside move by Gorley. Head fake for the three. Another three-point attempt. No good, as that one was just off. We see some of the younger Lady Chiefs starting to get some varsity reps as a three-point attempt. No good. Pinelli steps back, now back to the top of the key. And a three-point look for North Gwinnett goes off the back of the rim. Jackson on the putback attempt, no good, as that one looked like it was going to go in but bounced out. Hot pursuit coming up the court by the defense. Gorley from nowhere drains the three-pointer. Gorley shot that one from Macedonia. And it hit nothing but net. 62-29 Chiefs. See if she pulls the trigger again. No, she's going to look inside now. Dishes this one out to Brown, who hits a three of her own. Your lead is now 65-29. Sequoia on top of North Gwinnett. Coach Yarborough not calling off the dogs here as these younger Chiefs players starting to get some significant playing time. And 2:43 left to go in the game. Sequoia with an insurmountable lead, up 65-29. Inbound pass to Pinelli. Tries to create some space. Burnett shoots that one and knocks it down. A long two for Sydney Barnett. Eden takes the ball at the top of the key, looks inside, nothing there. Out to the wing, here comes the trap, and we're gonna get a jump ball. Nope. Coach Yarborough is gonna go ahead and call a timeout. So while he takes a timeout, we'll thank some folks. Our gold level sponsor is Buffalo's, where everyone is family. That's the Buffalo's location on Riverstone Parkway in Canton. Black level sponsors are as follows: Beato's Bar and Grill in Hickory Flat, Barbie Lackey Financial Group, Cycle Works Sanitation in Ball Ground, Georgia, and the Food Basket Deli, home of the best Phillies in town. I want to thank our sponsors for supporting Sequoia Chiefs basketball this year. Another thanks goes out to the Sequoia Audio Visual Club, who puts on the Chiefs TV productions as many opportunities as they can. I want to thank our cameramen out here today for us, as well as Coach Mann. Him and his kids do a fantastic job putting on a top-notch quality production value for those of you who are unable to join us and watch Sequoia Chiefs sports. Gorley drives to the basket, but she's knocked down, so she'll take a trip to the stripe. With 2:15 left to go, Sequoia on top by 34, leading 65-31. Gorley's first one hits the rim a couple times and jumps out. And the second one is good. Some more folks we'd like to thank. We'd like to thank Sequoia Athletic Department for allowing us to put these on every time there's a game. Wouldn't be possible without them, wouldn't be possible without the fans. Want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank everybody in the basketball program. It was hard work and dedication on the and one attempt by Parnelli, so she'll go to the line to make it a three-point play as she takes a shot to the jaw. Looks to be all right. She's going to shoot her and one attempt. And the conversion on the and one attempt is good by Parnelli. 1:56 left to go. Eden just carries this one around the wing. Nice move there on Barnett. Inside look for Sequoia, now back out to the wing. Deep three-pointer again for Gorley. That one no good as it bounces off the rim, and it'll stay Sequoia basketball. 93 seconds left to go in the ball game. I want to thank the concession stand workers here today. I want to thank everybody at the scorer's table helping us out. Long pass, doesn't connect, but Gorley going to take it at the top. 1.5 minutes to go, 90 seconds left. Nice spin move, she's driving the lane, but she gives that one up. But it looks like we got a foul coming up against North Gwinnett. That'll be on number 22, Leah Jackson. And three-point attempt, no good for Sequoia, so that one will go out of bounds, but it'll be North Gwinnett basketball. I want to thank our officials here today as well. Kind of the unsung heroes of sports sometimes. If we don't have officials, we don't have ball games. So I want to thank them. That's a hard and a thankless job. So we appreciate them coming out here and giving their best effort as well for the girls and for the GHSA. Pinelli all by herself on an island. That pass is picked off by Gorley. Gorley has two defenders around her. She tries to drive to the basket, and she lays it up and in. And a chance for an and one with 54 seconds left to go in the game. And Sequoia well in the driver's seat, as they have been for the majority of the game. No good on the and one attempt, and it looks like North Gwinnett going to come away with this one. It'll stay North Gwinnett basketball with 46 seconds left. Just a reminder, everybody, at the conclusion of this game, we will be stopping the broadcast on Chiefs TV, and then we're going to create a new broadcast for the Cherokee-Sprayberry game. Jackson puts that one up and in off the backboard, and that makes the score 68-36. So 40 seconds left. And then once the Cherokee and Sprayberry game starts at noon, you can check back in, and we'll bring you all that action live as well. But concluding the matter at hand, Sequoia deep three-pointer. That one's good. And that'll make it 71-36. 22 seconds left to go. Pinelli sends this one over to Burnett. Cruises around her defender, drives the lane, goes to put that one up, and she's fouled on the shot attempt. So Sydney Barnett goes to the charity stripe for the North Gwinnett Bulldogs, as they look to close out this game on a high note. As the first shot is good. I want to thank Cam Carden for joining us at halftime as well. Second free throw is good for North Gwinnett. So Sydney Barnett knocks down both of her free throws, and time winding down as Sequoia just going to play a little keep away and let the clock run out. So that'll do it here from the War Lodge at Sequoia High School, where your final score is a statement victory by the Sequoia Lady Chiefs, 71-38, in a game that was controlled by Sequoia from the very beginning. Thank everyone for joining us here from the War Lodge Classic at Sequoia High School. Once again at noon, the game that'll be coming up will be the Cherokee boys versus the Sprayberry boys, and that will be coming to you live at at noon. So we'll be right back at about lunchtime for that game. It'll be a good game, so stay tuned. We want to thank you for joining us here on Chiefs TV. I want to thank Coach Mann and our cameraman for helping us out today on this beautiful, crisp, cool morning. So thank you for joining us here at the War Lodge. After the first game, your score, the Sequoia Chiefs 71, the North Gwinnett Bulldogs 38. I'm Chase Schaefer, and we'll be back in a little while.